Actually, there's a big debate about that. Currently, there are 6 people who are being investigated for what they call agitation against an ethnic group here in Sweden after that burning of a Quran, and also they were kicking around the Quran in Malmo. That obviously caused major riots in Malmo. And now police said that they denied the request from these protesters to actually do this burning of the Quran, but not because that was illegal. They denied the request because they felt they couldn't ensure the safety of the public around these protests. Now, they were still able to do it. The leader of this Danish far-right anti-immigration party, Rasmus Paludan, he was actually denied entry into Sweden because police felt that he would commit a crime in Sweden. He's now actually been given a 2-year entry ban. As you mentioned there, the Norwegian Prime Minister Erna Solberg said that, yes, it was hurtful to see the actions in Norway where they ripped out those pages and spat on the Quran. However, she said that because freedom of expression is such a protected thing in Norway and in Denmark, sometimes you just have to live with things being hurtful. We've also heard from the Swedish Prime Minister also saying that he doesn't understand why these people have to provoke and keep on provoking. This does not have a place in our society. However, I've also spoken to a legal expert, and he says it's just not that clear cut whether or not it's actually illegal to burn the Quran.
How concerned are authorities, Per, about this resurgence of far-right activism in Scandinavia? Is there any idea of why this is happening now?
Well, we know, for example, that Rasmus Paludan, this Danish politician, he has now applied to do another demonstration here in Stockholm next weekend. He's done this before. He's done it in Denmark. He's done it in Norway. He's obviously out to try to provoke and cause this sort of reaction that we saw in Malmo. The Swedish Security Service has warned that we're seeing a rise in ultra-far-right extremists of this type of also possible violence around these things. Of course, there's a split in society. There's a huge gap in society over these last couple of years. We've seen an increase in terms of inequality in society. However, I wouldn't say that there's a big emergence around society, but of course, these things that we've seen over these last couple of days is, of course, a major concern to authorities.